Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We are excited to share what we found because Zeb really hasn't even seen it all.
Well, what we found. I was working on the house this week. Most of this stuff, actually, I don't think I picked any of this stuff this week. This is all Jami's finds. She's like, this is kind of a feminine haul. I'm like, it's always like
It's
that.
all very like French, curvy, kind of inspired. I was like, well, you can tell that Zeb wasn't around, but there is one item in this pick for him. So watch out for that one. If you guys are new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you love thrift hauls because we do this every Saturday night and we show you all the good stuff. All right, get started. I'll pull up comments real quick.
Okay, so I don't know how to get started because I don't have a price on this one.
It's right there.
Oh, is it in the front? Hiding? There it is.
It's $4.
So this was $4. I'm assuming it landed at the thrift store because it's a little tippy. Let me set it on here. You can see
Oh.
it's kind of
We'll
tipsy.
need to find a base for it and then put some construction adhesive on
Well,
it.
I'm thinking, because you can sand glass, I might take the sander to the bottom of this and it'll get it cloudy, but it won't tip anymore because it's just got a high spot. Either that or you need to put a bunch of marbles or something in there, but it's a really cool shape. So, $4, what will we sell it for?
If we put a base on it, probably like $19.95 at least.
I'm gonna sand the bottom. And to do that, what I'll do is I'll just take the orbital sander and probably some 220 grit, 80 might be a little too abrasive, and just sand that with the 220 until it's completely flat.
Yeah. Be careful though, because it is a little bit wobbly.
I'm gonna
I
set
love
it
clear
over here.
apothecary style jars. They don't have to be perfect. In fact, the next one is definitely not even a perfect match.
Here, we'll show them this first so it doesn't fall over. This was $1.50, and it says Easter greetings.
Somebody painted it. It was just plain milk glass, and I'm wondering if I soak it, if I can get the paint off, because it's a pretty Easter plate, and somebody decided to paint over the top of it. If I can't get the paint off, I'll probably just repaint it and wet distress it and really bring out the little chick details on it. I think it's really pretty. And I'll paint it up. It'll probably sell for like $12. If it's just milk glass, probably like $8.95. Depends on what I do with it. But I really like the detail on that. I thought it was pretty. And I haven't seen anything like that before.
All right, now I can show them this. This was $1.50 and the lid was $2. Did you find them separately?
Yeah, but I think they only charged me $2 for the pair.
They only charge you $2 for the pair.
Yeah.
Well, this is meant for a larger jar.
It's okay. I'm going to put something cute in it and it'll be fine.
But it actually is pretty close, not too bad on
It's
there.
like a centimeter off. It's fine.
But it works, and like Jami said, anything glass like this sells pretty quickly.
So I just like the two apothecary jars together. As is, it'll probably sell for like $10 to $12. If you were to purchase that from like a store, you probably like a regular like full price retail store, probably be closer to 20. So excited about that.
All right, so those were both from Deseret Industries, or what we call the DI, because
DI.
Deseret Industries is a mouthful, and it's our favorite thrift store. There's about 8 of them within a half hour of us, 8 or 9, somewhere
yeah.
in there.
Maybe more than that. So Jessica says, I caught you live this week. I wore my I Love Junk I Love Junk shirt out thrifting today, and always she got several compliments.
Nice.
I need to start wearing my I Love Junk shirt when I go thrifting more because people always talk to me about what I do. It's good marketing.
All right, so these are from...
They're from, I don't want to tell them they have to watch the video on Monday.
Oh, we have a video. Jami filmed herself while she was out thrifting, and I did not have time to edit her video, so that'll be out Monday.
So there's a thrift store that I like to shop at. It's kind of my little honey hole, and I purchased these for $2 each, and painted up they'll sell for $20 each. And these are definitely going to get sprayed because they have a lot of detail.
They are not brass, they're resin.
Yeah,
so
they're
plastic.
resin.
They're plasticky, so.
But they're really pretty, and painted they're going to be gorgeous. They'll probably go white because I don't have a lot of white candlesticks
Can
right
you
now.
bring that coppery tin color back through?
Yeah, we'll just use white swan or vintage linen, and then I'll wet distress that detail and I'll bring it back. But I'm going to spray them because they have a lot of intricate detail that would be a pain with a brush.
Oh, you guys can hear we still have that wind-up clock. Someone bumped it because the people, when they're working here, they get to hear that on the hour and every half hour, and it dings, and it had died. It had needed more winding, and then someone bumped it, and now it's good to go again. It's been going for another week.
So, did you meet your timeline for pouring the foundation? We're still doing good. It's not poured, but it'll happen next week. We'll get it all done.
Yeah, so So everybody's been wondering if we're gonna get help. We got help on this. I hired a contractor and he has been great to work with. He's had his guys out there and he actually was willing to do some trade with us. So we gave him some shop credit because he likes our stuff and follows us a little bit. So he got some shop credit and we got some work done that was gonna take me a lot longer and a lot of rented equipment to do, because I just don't have the big machinery to move a lot of dirt, and he has a big excavator and he's just been moving it and getting it ready and getting ready for the footings and things to get poured.
We're also ripping up the old water main because it was the old galvanized pipe. Yeah. That's part of it. We weren't planning on doing that, but he was like, you guys got to do
He's
this.
like, I've got the equipment here. It'll take me like a half a day to dig the trench and then done, and it'll be this much more. Like,
better to do it now than later. All right, so Cindy had a question. Zeb will show you guys these candlesticks in a second. Cindy said, how do we advertise besides social media? One of the best forms of advertising that I have found is we have our big Jami Ray Vintage sign out front, and then in my front covered porch area, I have a bunch of junk out there, and literally people come in every day and they'll say, I drive by every day and I've seen the stuff you have outside and it made me want to come inside. So especially if you live on a busy street, or you're not live, but if your shop is on a busy street, if you can put cute stuff outside that will draw them into your store, that's a great way to get people that you might not otherwise have in your store.
All right, so I want to say that these are cast brass, but they almost look like tin, the detail. Nope, they're cast brass because
they're made in India.
This is thick all the way through here. This is not just like fun detail, it's cast.
Yeah, so they're made in India, which a lot of brass comes from there. And I paid $4 a piece, and I probably will not paint them. I'm just going to clean them up, and then they'll sell for probably $22 a piece. They're pretty ornate and heavy, and they've got a nice felt bottom. If they don't sell as is, then I will paint them, but I leave a lot of brass candlesticks as is.
All right, now this is cool. I'm going to show them this. We're going to take Jamie doesn't like these on this mirror, but look at this long skinny mirror. Like, look how long that is. It's still going. It's got beveled glass and it's got the right coloring on it.
So it was $10. I've never seen anything like it, actually. I think it would go good on a mantle or...
Oh, that's bright. Sorry, guys.
I don't know, over a big, like, gallery wall.
So these, we feel like, don't quite match with this part of the mirror.
Well, they match.
It just screws off. Well, it's kind of a different style,
it's very,
though.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, personally, I'm a little bit more simple, even though I do like some ornate things, and so I just feel like if I take those off, then it'll look more my style, and they just unscrew off. So I can take them off, paint it, and then if I want to, I can always add them back.
So I thought this was resin, but I think this is plaster.
And Margie asked if we will just clean them up. The brass candlesticks we will not polish. I like tarnished brass. I'm just going to clean them and get all the dust and dirt off of them. A lot of times things are just dirty and greasy, so.
And this is for me. Jamie was thinking of me. She got an old
I forgot to tell you
screwdriver.
how much. That mirror will sell for probably, it would cost me 10, and I'll probably sell for like 40 or 50.
Yeah. Are you going to paint it?
Yeah, I'll paint it.
What color? That's important.
White, apothecary. Most mirrors in my shop are white apothecary or occasionally black.
So this screwdriver was $1. I'll take it home and make a new handle for it, and it'll be good as new and go in with my tools. It's got a busted handle.
Zeb likes antique tools, so anytime I find him thrifted, I always pick him up one. It was $1. It's priceless because we won't be selling it. Oh yeah, Trish, this was another idea I'd had for that. In fact, I forgot about it. Trish says that would look gorgeous down the center of a table. And that's what I was thinking, a big farm table with a bunch of pillar candles on that with the mirror reflecting your chandelier would be really sparkly and pretty. So that's the other reason I purchased it, because I thought it would look great on a long coffee table or a long farm table.
This is also resin. It's got this, it's like a little planter. You probably put one of those IKEA topiary things that you love in this.
A ball?
It needs,
topiary ball?
It needs painted, but it's got some fun birds on it and branch detail. But it had a casualty. So this was originally $2. How much did you get it for?
$2.
Oh, you paid $2
yeah,
for it?
Yeah, that's why
broken?
it was only $2, just because it was broken.
Oh, I see.
And once I paint it and we glue that back on, sorry, that's my voice. You won't even know that it was broken. Okay, so down here, this says original price from Thanksgiving Point, because Thanksgiving Point where we live used to have a boutique, says $8. Merchandise write out. So I don't know what that means. But I've been to that boutique and there's no way they would have charged $8 for this. So maybe this was like some
sale or something.
Some sale or something that they had, because this painted will be about $24.95 in my shop. It's a really pretty urn, and with those birds on it, I've not seen anything like that. Oh, thank you, Sally Bonshole, for that super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat. We'll put that in the Zeb. Told me I couldn't talk about it, but Zeb's birthday is on Wednesday, so we'll put that in the Zeb birthday fund. He's gonna be, how old are you gonna be?
I'll be 38 on Wednesday.
38. So this time of year always reminds us of when we were dating, because on November 9th of this year, it marks 20 years from when we became a couple. Not married, but
once
20
we
years
got
as a
married,
couple.
I informed her I was no longer responsible for remembering that date because I can only keep track of one actual anniversary.
Anyways, 20 years together as a couple, and then 11 days later he celebrated his first birthday. And what did I buy you for your birthday?
My first birthday.
That we had together as a couple. What did I buy you? Do you remember? Come on.
Clothes?
No. You wear it on your wrist and it tells time.
Oh, well, yeah, you did give me a watch.
I bought you a watch. I bought you lots of clothes when we were dating.
But yeah, like I just remember you getting me clothes because I didn't buy my own clothes.
You did, but they were special.
well,
Oh, Beth Ann, more super chat. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, and Cart Amelia says, happy birthday, Zep. He's like, don't tell them because then they won't know when my actual birthday is. When we go live on Wednesday, we'll talk about your birthday some more because you'll be all of 38. Okay.
All right, so this is repaired. And
that construction adhesive goes a long way.
I will let it, yeah, we've almost used up this whole tube. There's a reason we buy it in the tube with the dispenser. And then what happens is it'll just get like a little bead out here on the front that'll dry up, and then you just break that bead off and bam, you're good to go again, and it's good glue.
It's much less expensive to use the glue like that than it is in a little squeezy tube, and we go through a lot of construction adhesive. All right, 38 going on 18. True that, because guess what? What did you buy yourself for your birthday, Zeb?
Well, my Xbox died and a new Star Wars game came out, and I had to fix that situation.
He bought himself a new Xbox and a Star Wars game. That's what my 38-year-old has bought.
Well, you know, it died.
You can have anything you want.
Let's be honest. The boys are gonna play it, and I'm gonna play it like maybe an hour in the next month. And the boys are gonna play it
but
like
they would
crazy.
have been fine. They would have been fine with the Switch, but Zeb had to have it. Okay, let's see what oh, this is a good question. Nancy says, what type of paint would you use over something that was painted with an oil-based stain? So as long as the oil-based stain is completely dry, you could use any of the paints that we sell over the top of that. It takes about 24 hours for that to dry completely. But as long as it's dry, then you can go ahead and use DIY paints, wheat pickings, farmhouse finishes, any of those paints will work.
So these are just
more
some
super
fun...
chat. Thanks, Pebby.
Thank you.
Woo woo. Okay.
So these are just kind of fun little, I don't even know if they're cutting boards.
Yeah, they're like little mini cutting boards.
They're tiny. Like, on my hand.
I thought they would be cute to stamp, because the thing that you stamped last week was purchased today. You guys remember that black lunchbox with the Bohemian stamps that got purchased? So your stamping is magic.
Okay, I'll stamp it.
But we're gonna need to sand them real quick, so you have to go off.
Yeah, they've got some pen, and someone's hit this one with a hammer. It's aged. Maybe we'll just dark oil wax that or something. I don't know.
We'll make it cool.
So they're $1 painted up. How much would they be?
Like $10 or $12
for the pair.
Oh no, $10 each, like $9.95 each. Depends on how much effort you put.
I would say $9.95. They're
$9.90. They're pretty
small.
They're small, but they're cutesy. All right, so brass candlesticks grouped together with red candles are the essence of Christmas. Do that in the shop, and they'll sell pronto. Good idea. I'll hit up the dollar store and get some tapers. Caitlin says that Jacob's playing the new Star Wars game too, but on their PS4. All right, so does this dish look like something I'd normally buy?
It does not. I'm really curious about the story behind this dish.
Well, who do you think I bought it for?
It was $1. You probably bought it for Debbie.
I did! It's for Debbie. Debbie's doing a dish room. So I purchased that. The designer of the dish is a studio something, Orez, I don't know. It was $1, but I looked at that dish and I said, Debbie would like this. So I have to ship her a bunch of stuff anyways because I'm a slacker and I was supposed to do it last week and I didn't. So I'm going to ship that plate to Debbie. It was $1. I don't know what Debbie will sell it before. Maybe if Debbie watches this video, she could tell you. But that's who the maker is of the plate. It's not vintage, but it sure is cute.
Okay, we've got...
Pam says, gonna say that plate looks like Debbie. Yeah, it totally does.
So this was $12.
Yeah, That's a little high, but I love it, and I'll sell it for about 24.
And this one was 4.
And I'll probably sell that for about 12.
This one has a great shape. Like, we don't get stuff much like that out here.
Pictures sell really well, and I love the tarnish on it. It looks gorgeous with florals in it for the holidays or for spring. And then this little gravy boat will be $12.95. I love tarnished silver. It's not a fast seller. I'm not gonna lie. Tarnished silver isn't, but it does always sell, and it looks really good in the shop. And we have people that know we carry it, so when they're looking for something specific, they know they can come in, and I have a pretty good selection.
Okay, so these are fun. They're like
cup
little.
that matches that plate is $36.50 on eBay.
Whoa. Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
What a
You're
great-
like, Merry
what a great
Christmas,
find."
Debbie.
So they're like corbel bookends, and they've got little picture frames in them.
Okay, yep. And they originally were purchased at Ross. They're not old, but they're really cute. And I like them as is, and they'll probably sell for about $9.95 each.
And
Or I'll sell the pair for $19.95.
And you'll probably leave the picture in there too.
Yeah, I think they're cute the way that they are. A lot of the stuff that I picked is as is picking because we're super busy. All right, look at the ginormous seashell.
So this was 20, and then it got marked down to 12.
And I'm gonna sell it for probably $22 to $24, and I paid $12. Show them the top.
This has been used a lot. Like, it's
Yeah.
got a lot of natural wear on it.
If you look, show them the tippy top, like where the flowers are. That's the bottom.
I'm showing them.
Oh, okay. And it's got little feet on it. I have a display in above my Hoosier that's an old chicken feeder, and this will go in that display. I just put all my tarnished platters in there.
Oh, they look cool up there all together.
The plate was from Anthropology. Oh, that's even more perfect because that's Debbie's favorite place to shop. Okay,
$4 frame.
$4. It'll sell for probably $14.95. As is. Oh, it'd be worth more with your face in it.
No, I don't think so.
I do. I'm
getting those good laugh wrinkles around my eyes, you know?
So if they're like the cheap plastic, I paint them, but this is not. This is cast on here. And so I like to leave these as is. People can paint them or decorate them. $14.95. I'll put this in the shop. It'll sell pretty quick.
If you're looking for things for 2020, gold accents are making a strong comeback.
How do you know that? Did you read that somewhere?
No, I've just seen them all over the place, and I feel like people will ask us what 2020 is going to bring, and I'm going to declare gold accents. I said accents.
We saw a lot of gold frames in France.
You don't want to do like a whole bedroom set in gold. It's not coming back that strong. Accents.
Accents. Zeb called it first. So in case you haven't noticed, a lot of the things that I picked are little shishi, and they reminded me of the things I saw in France. So that was the theme for the pick the last few days, is French.
Dollar milk glass vase. Let me bring it close so you can see the detail.
All right, so this is a good question. Patricia Horger said, "Hi Jamie, while you were in the shop today, because I went live on my Facebook page, she said, you showed a piece with a gloss wax finish. How do you achieve that? So you wax your piece, you let it sit overnight, and then you take a buffing cloth or like a lint-free rag and you buff it really hard. Like this.
It's a lot of
I
effort
use my
to get
buff
it that
brush
sheen.
and it buffs good, but like to get a sheen you gotta push really hard. Or you can buy one of those buff brushes and put it on your drill.
Let's be honest, Kathy that works here at the shop, she is the one that is going to town on the wax finishes.
She's the buffing queen.
She doesn't like to use the brushes. She's like, I'm gonna use this
She's
cloth.
old school.
And she does.
And she buffs it really hard. And
it's
she
a
gives
lot
the
of work,
sheen.
but man.
Well, and it's a combination between the DIY wax and the clay paint. You can just really buff that to a gorgeous polish. Okay, Heather Jones, new member. Make sure you're checking out the community tab. That's where you're gonna get all your extras for channel membership.
Yeah, the printables are out and the chapter's coming, and we're going live on Tuesday at 10:30 Mountain Time.
Yep, so we've got our live coming up. What are we doing on that live?
I had a thought on it, and now I can't remember.
I hope you wrote that thought down. That live is gonna be good, whatever it is, we promise you.
I feel like we should just have fun and paint some stuff. We're due for one of those.
For sure.
We always talk about like heavy hitting like business stuff, and
The live for members is just gonna be us painting stuff, and then they can ask us whatever they want.
I tell you what, I've been wanting to experiment with some of the French finishes that we saw, like the old crusty doors and things like that. Why don't we try to recreate that? We will experiment during the member live, so you can watch us fail and not fail, and And then maybe we'll have an actual tutorial on the regular channel once we get our technique honed in, but.
All right, so here's a question. The milk glass vase, was it $1, Zeb?
Yes.
So it'll sell for about $6.95. Let's see, can you tell me which milk paint is close to apothecary? So if you mix pantry door and sweet pickings, you get very close to apothecary. So this is Japanese ironstone. It says Japan on the bottom. I didn't see any chips, and it's worth about $30. And I paid how much? I think it was on the tape that you ripped off. It was $2.
Yeah,
It was really cheap. I was like,
I'm trying to show them how dirty this is, though. It's gonna need some serious scrubbing.
it's pretty greasy.
Can you see the difference? Okay,
I love
there you can see it.
ironstone. So, like, show them on the bottom where it says Japan. So anytime you find ceramics that are made in Japan, they're usually pretty valuable. It might be worth more than $30. I could look it up and see for sure. But this one, the last one I sold was a little bit bigger, but had a big chip, and I sold it for $24. So I think I could get at least $30 for this soup tureen because it's complete. The other one didn't have the handle and it was chipped. But I love anything Japanese pottery, so that's another one. And I also picked up another thing. Now, I didn't even realize this was Japanese until I flipped it over. It says made in Japan. This was $2. It has been cracked and glued back together, but it is gorgeous, and I'll probably sell it for like $12.95.
I don't know that it was glued back together.
It's cracked on the inside, though.
I don't think it got glued back together. It just didn't quite make it all the way around. It's got like this spider webbing around up here. I don't know if the camera will
Donna,
pick
we
that up.
have started shipping some things from the store. If you're interested in an item, Caitlin will throw that email to the shop. Just be patient because I'm the one that responds to those. And so it might take me a little while to get back to you. But
this is dirty too.
Yeah, that is greasy dirty. It's gonna soak in the sink.
Someone's loved both of those items.
Oh, good. Caitlin put the email in the comments, and when this video is no longer live, we'll put it in the description. If you want something shipped to you, you can email that and we'll get back to you.
All right, so explain these. These were $1. Were they $1 piece, I'm assuming?
Caitlin says, Jami, hush. No, it's true. It takes me forever to respond to emails. They were what? That was each. So how much were they each? I don't even remember.
So you got $1 each.
Okay, so they were $2 for the pair, and I'll sell them for probably $10 for the pair.
So it looks like you got the pepper. So we got a salt and pepper. The pepper's on the pears. And then salt and pepper. And these ones match.
Aren't those cute?
Okay.
Oh, Caitlin says hush because she doesn't want everybody to know that I look at that email. Hey, if you guys start sending me a lot of stuff that's not about buying stuff, I will no longer be reading those emails. Oh, Caitlin. All right, so this is next. This is the mannequin that I picked up for $20. It's got a bum. It's got some patches.
Yeah, it's got some fun patches on it. It's cool.
You probably won't see the patches or anything because I'm going to use it to display my merchandise in the store. I only have 2 mannequins and I've always wanted a third, so this one is joining the mannequin team at Jami Ray Vintage. I'm not going to paint it or do anything to it. I also thought it would be cool to put a bunch of IOD molds on it and paint it the way Debbie did their mannequin. So maybe someday when I have the patience of Job, I will get all the molds all over this, like the pretty one that Stephanie did from the DIY Paint Headquarters. If not, she'll just have a shirt on it.
So I thought this was like fiberglass or something.
No, this is resin.
Yeah, no, it's plaster.
It's plaster?
So don't drop it.
Yeah, no, I realized when I dunked it down on the floor at the thrift store that it was not, it's not durable. So,
All
love
right.
the bust.
Okay, this is a fun rooster. Now, I think we love roosters so much, or at least I do, because my mom collected chickens all my life growing up, and she had tons of them, all different sizes. And for Mother's Day one year, my dad and I, we cooked up a shelf for her to use, and I cut the chickens for the corbels that hold the shelf up. I cut those into chicken shapes, little hens, and then that was in our kitchen with that shelf and all of her little roosters and things. I was probably 13 or 14 when I did that, but my dad helped me design it up, and then I cut it out and assembled it and
I just like chickens. I didn't even know about that story. That's why I pick them. I just like them.
It was above the window in the dining room, and she probably had like 30, and she collected like little ones, big ones, all kinds. She still has a bunch, but
it's good luck to have a rooster and a hen in your chicken. So hopefully it's good luck to have roosters and hens in your store because they're everywhere. This one will actually get painted apothecary because I have a black chicken and a white chicken, but I don't have any apothecary chicken. So this one will get painted apothecary with some white wax situation on it.
we'll probably paint this tonight, like in a few minutes here. We've got a couple more things to show you, and then we're gonna get to painting some stuff. All right, so $2 mirror, just a little guy.
Yeah, won't get painted. It'll just sell for $9.95. I think it'd be pretty to put something on it. I like to put like candlesticks on the mirror and let it reflect. And then that bird, I don't remember. I bought that from my honey hole, and I think it might have been $1. Or he might have just thrown it in. I don't know. The guy that owns the shop is really awesome. All right, so this is $1. I have a few of those actually. I don't know where they originally came from, but I have a couple in the shop.
It's a very common design. I think you can get them from like craft stores even, like raw like this. So
I just like to paint them. I need to look and see what the other ones that I have are painted, and then I'll paint that one to match.
But they're perfect because they go good in like a grouping.
So this says $2.99, and then over here was $1 because somebody must have had it like in an antique store. I'll probably sell that for like $4.95. I just thought it was pretty.
You got some oranges and
Show
lemons.
them underneath. Show them, flip it upside
that
down.
need juiced.
Look how pretty that is. I don't know. Sometimes I just buy stuff because I like it. I think it would be really pretty to put in a bathroom with all your rings in it. I only wear one ring, but I know there's women that have multiple rings, and that would be a really good ring holder.
So you usually pass on porcelain stuff
I just like the
this.
color as is.
I was gonna say this one doesn't need painted probably, so that's probably why she went for
Yeah,
this
I
one.
know originally it came from Taipan because I bought one just like that for your cousin's wedding, and I put a plate on top of it, and I made a cake plate.
Oh, nice.
It was $5.
So
I'll sell it for like 10.
$5, we'll clean it and not paint it. And this guy here.
It's so cute.
So this is probably pretty old. It spent some time. Half of it was probably in the sun or too close to the oven, because we got some good coloring here. And this side's not quite done yet.
Sometimes when they painted stuff back in the day, they only sprayed one side, so it may have just came that way.
No, this is discoloration on the plastic, I think.
I don't know. Chime in. Do you think it's discoloration or just the way it came? But the little chicken timer, it was 50 cents, and I think that's every bit worth like $5.95 because it's darling.
I set it to 3 minutes, so we'll see if it dings here in a minute.
All right, hopefully it worked. They said discolored. Cynthia says I have one just like that.
Fruit. I'm assuming this is for springtime or summer.
Yep.
Just a pre-thick.
Spring and summer. I always like when I find good quality fake fruit. It's perfect for staging. That was $4. It would cost way more than $4 at.
And you might be paying
Michael's.
$2 a piece of fruits other
Yeah.
places.
So in my, I would call it my dead body closet. I have my other season stuff, so that'll get put away for the next season. Okay, this is my favorite thing I picked.
I think this is for cream or something of that
totally
nature.
for cream.
But this cow is super excited and bellowing till the cows come home. Look at that. You're gonna get all the cream right now. Bloop.
It was $1.50, and I am not selling that for any less than $12.95 because it's cute. How do I ship my paint? I ship it in boxes with packing peanuts. Everybody says discoloration.
All right, this cat's got to go over here. It was $1.50.
Stop playing with the cows, show them this.
All right, this is a really cool colander.
Yeah, Zeb loves the florals. It still has a piece of a grape inside of it.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. What do you guys think that is?
What is that?
Yeah,
This is why we can sell things for more that we get from the thrift store, because we have to deal with this kind of stuff.
we clean it all up before it goes on the floor. How much was that, like $2?
$2.
So it'll sell for $9.95, and it'll go in my colander collection. I have like a cutesy kitchen section where I put like colanders and sifters and stuff, and that'll go over there. All right, we got 3 rolling pins. They were $1.50, $1.50, and $2. We paint the handles. They sell for $10.95 each. These are getting painted today because our rolling pin section has been depleted.
All right, and tell them about this bench.
Okay, this bench was way more money than I probably should have paid for it, but it's sturdy. and it was $40, and I'll sell it for probably about 130 to 140. I'll spray it and put a couple of grain sacks on the seats, and it'll sell fairly quickly. These benches.
We do them like that every time, and they usually don't last the week.
Yeah, I like to spend about $20, but I know it will sell fast, so I was willing to spend the $40.
Well, and usually when you spend $20, it takes me an hour to make them so you can sit in them again.
Yeah, this one's sturdy. It doesn't need any repair, and so if Zeb doesn't have to spend a few hours repairing it, it's worth more to me.
Hold on, I'm gonna show them this. That's why we're flying.
Oh,
this is like a weird dress form / hanger thing.
It's not weird. It was $15, and I have a plan for it. I have these cutesy little tags that I want to make and hang all over it. I got the idea from the White Swan. If you haven't looked her up, look up the White Swan. Also look up the Tarnished Pearl. They're sisters. One lives in Texas and the other one lives in Chicago, Illinois. But they both have really cool shops on Facebook. And anyways, the White Swan has the most gorgeous display. Hers is prettier. It's like a big mannequin, and she put a big skirt on it, and she has tags all over it. This is like a smaller version, but I saw that and I was like, I gotta have it. So I gotta give credit where credit was due. It wasn't my idea. I got it from the White Swan, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay?
All right, show me those candlesticks.
These I bought in honor of Zeb. He likes anything that looks like chess pieces. They were originally $4. Previously, hold on, they have the original tags on here.
Oh man, that camera's all kinds of
Robert's
crazy.
Crafts. This was originally $9.95. Robert's Crafts was a cool craft store that no longer is in business here in Utah. I don't know what happened to it. And this one was $12.88 originally. I paid $4 for each of them, and I'll probably mark them back to the original price of $9.95 and $12.95. And I'm not painting these. Like, I love the finish that they have. They're just dusty and they need to be cleaned. So these are gonna stay as is because I love the finish on them. I don't love the little pokey things, but I don't think those come out, so we'll leave them.
No, these ones are part of the tray. Some of them screw out, these ones do not.
It's the busy time of year where things are selling fast because of the holidays, so I found a lot of things that didn't need work. Okay, here's this one next. I'm not gonna paint this either. I like the finish of it. I think somebody else may have painted it actually.
I gotta try to get this whole chair
originally
on
this
screen.
was $80 from Down East. I paid $10 for it. It's still sturdy. It's kind of like a French cafe chair that goes with my French hall vibe that I have going on this week. And I will sell it for $39.95.
The thing I like about it is the caning is in perfect condition.
The seat's in perfect condition. I'll sell it for $39.95 as is. Just give it a good cleaning job, and it'll still be half of what it retailed for at Down East, and even less of what if you bought that at like Pottery Barn, it'd be about $150.
Oh yeah, it would be crazy.
All right, so this one was $10. It is broken on the bottom, which I didn't realize till I got back, but that's okay because I'm going to paint this white and wet distress it, and then I'll cover that part up. You won't be able to tell. It's like vintage Scirocco, so this isn't like a cast piece that's really valuable. And these look beautiful, painted white with wet distress. I actually have quite a few over in a pile there, and so I'd like to do a bunch of them and do kind of a display on the wall together. I think it would look good. All right, last but not least, the most random item ever. I purchased
It's like a little wheelbarrow without the wheels.
This little wheelbarrow for $8.
Hand me the wheels over there, I'll throw them on real
Well,
quick.
so it's missing a nut. That's why they came off. They have these old rusty wheels, and I just thought it would be cute for a display. Like in the springtime, can't you see a bunch of flowers in here?
I can see it now.
You can see it now, Zeb. So I probably won't use this until spring, till the snow's gone. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a bunch of packages in it.
Those wheels have the good rust.
No, they're really cute. So all it needs is a nut, and this was $8. It's a good size. Like, it's a pretty good size. You can fit a bunch of packages in it. So maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, that might be cool, just like sitting close to a tree. That would be a good idea.
Like by a Christmas tree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was cute. They said an IOD transfer would be nice on the mirror. It would. And guess what, guys? IOD transfers are coming out. I cannot show them to you yet because they're a big secret, but Tuesday they're coming out. That's what I've been told. I'm probably not even supposed to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that anyways. So I've been hoarding mirrors because I have seen the designs and they are good.
All right, I'm going to get you some paints.
Oh, I have something else I want to show them.
What is it?
Would you, there's a file, like a envelope over there. I had a friend of mine make me some really cute things and I want to show them off. Now she doesn't sell these, but she's an IOD retailer, and she made me some mini transfers to put on my dollar store furniture. Now I gotta be careful here. Don't I gotta see if I can show many of them because some of these are the new designs. Hold on. She prints them out on sticker paper. Nope, can't show you that one. Can't show you that one.
I'm grabbing paint, so.
Hold on. I can show you these. These are old designs. Okay. Look, she prints them out on sticker paper. They cute. So I'm going to put these on the dollar store furniture so that way people can see kind of a display of what it would look like. It's so, so cute. So that was from Kathy Goodson, and her business, I'll give her a shout out, is Goodson Vintage Treasures. She didn't charge me. She just printed these out in the kindness of her own heart because she knew I really loved them. So thank you, thank you, thank you for sending me those. I'm super excited to get these on my little dollar store mini furniture that I have all the DIY paint colors on.
Alright, so I got apothecary. You want to go with some black? You want some,
I'm sounding more and more like Debbie. My voice, or the things I say. I need some water. I need apothecary, I need black, I need white. Please.
I think we're out of little black dress. I don't see any over here.
What? No LBD?
Oh, maybe I got some. Oh, no, there's a whole half a quart left.
It was like, I got to have me some LBD.
And then I found some beadboard over there, nice and bright white.
Alright.
And then I've got apothecary that I'm going to use on this rooster.
Okay. So I need a little paintbrushy.
Okay, I'm coming. Actually, I might have to go. Looks like we don't have any.
Do we have a red?
Look at that! They cleaned all the brushes.
I know. It's like
when you use the DIY paint and your brushes are clean, they're still gonna look cool because their paint is so pigmented.
Linda's really upset
it
that you're
stays
painting
in
the
there.
chicken. I think she said no.
Oh, it'll look good.
It doesn't match my store. So,
it'll look good. I will
so
bring the
away.
others in so you can see the white and black with the
Can I have a
apothecary
little brush
one.
though?
Which little brush do you want?
I don't know what you got.
There you go.
I need like a I need like
Oh.
Yes, that's what I need. A little Frenchie. Okay. Because this is our French pick. All right. So when we get these boring old rolling pins that aren't much, we just paint the handles cute, and then we seal them up.
I actually like that thin one. That's kind of
We could use the
might
farmhouse
trim
finishes
some
because
of
it's
those.
food safe, but nobody eats off the handle, so I'm not really that worried about it. And I will seal it with butcher block oil, so the sealer is food safe.
So these are disinfecting wipes. I'm going to give this guy a good scrub. He's got a little, what feels like something almost sticky on him.
You can also tape off the base of the rolling pin if you want to not have to be so careful. I'm not worried about perfect coverage because I'm going to distress this anyways. Can't really look at comments though because I got to focus. So I'll look in a minute.
It's okay. If you get some paint over on the actual pin, we'll just sand it off and
I
re-oil
know,
it.
but I don't want to sand it off later.
I probably need to sand those anyway. They look like they need some help.
Yeah, when you get a rolling pin and it's kind of dirty looking, you can just sand it and then you just use butcher block oil to bring it back to life.
All right.
Okay, I almost got this
Got the
one.
crusties off there.
Paint the tip there. All right, and other side. See, look how, okay, before, after. Just painting the handles makes them look so much cute. And then I display them in a clear glass cookie jar. They're also cute in a crock, but I feel like the cookie jar shows off the actual rolling pin a little more. And I got that trick from my friend William Bell. He's from Bella Shireen. He's on Instagram as Woodworker Bill, I believe, and he told me put them in a clear glass cookie jar, and I've been doing that, and I feel like they sell better that way. They said poor rooster. The rooster's fine. He's an inanimate object. No roosters were harmed in the filming of this YouTube video.
It'll be cool when we're all done. I'll distress back a couple of these colors. I'm gonna get the heat gun out, and we'll get it dried off and distressed, and so you guys can see what it'll look like.
I need to
So with DIY paint on most of your items, just cleaning it like I just did is about all the more work you have to do. If it's really shiny, you might want to just buff it real lightly with like some 220 grit to take the shine off, but for the most part, I mean, this is porcelain and fairly slick. You can see how well this first coat is covering here.
Oops, I dripped a little. So in case you're wondering, I'm using my little Frenchie. It's a Paint Pixie paintbrush. And we sell them on our website, which we haven't talked about yet, is at jamirayvintage.com. You can also pick up this DIY paint, which is all natural, non-toxic, and you can totally safely paint inside without worrying about getting asphyxiated. All right, so we have a question. Hold on. How do you get paint off a window? We use a razor blade at an angle. Careful if it's an old window because the glass is soft and it will scratch.
What I like to do is hit it with some foaming glass cleaner first, and it'll, a lot of times, if you've used a porous paint, meaning a paint that doesn't have a built-in sealer, it'll soften that up and it'll zip right off of there with the razor blade.
So I think she's probably meaning like an old antique window. That paint's been on there for a long time. Glass cleaner isn't going to take it off.
Yeah, just razor blade it.
A razor blade will. All
But
right.
careful, go careful.
Go slow goes. You want to give me those little mini cutting boards, and I'll paint those black, and we can do like a white stamp on them.
Yes. There you go.
Okay.
Are you gonna do those other handles?
I have an old nativity that's really ugly. What color would you paint it? Well, I just painted one apothecary a few weeks ago, and it sold. So, and I think I paid $2 for the nativity, and I sold it for like 40 or 50. I can't remember.
That was a pretty good find though, because to get that whole nativity for $2, even though it was kind of probably a cheaper nativity to start with,
yeah,
it's
I
still
don't know.
really cool.
So our garage heater, I don't remember the name of it, but if Zeb remembers, I'll have him get that for you in the next time we go live. Maybe Wednesday, I'll have him link that video for you. Rooster wants to thank you. He's much better to paint in. All right, can Zeb CNC machine also engrave? Probably.
Yes, it can.
Yeah. There you go.
Although the question is, can I program it to engrave?
Well, you can. If you
I
have
can.
time.
I did the name tags here for the shop. I just haven't messed around with that much. I was getting ready to do a bunch of new designs, and then we bought a house.
So I have a feeling that once the farmhouse is pretty well done, Zeb will start playing with that CNC machine.
Well, I want to get a couple more, and there's been talk of wholesaling some of our stuff, kind of like we do with the stencils, and just including that in with, if you're a stencil wholesaler, you could also be a CNC cutout wholesaler.
But that's like a ways down the road.
That's like
probably a year or two.
Summer or end of the year next year at the earliest.
Yeah, you never want to bite off more than you can chew. I mean, we get pretty close. Like, we have bitten off the whole buffet recently, but we gotta tone it back a little bit. All right, so I'm painting this black because Zeb's gonna stencil it white, and I will eventually paint the back side of this when we're not live anymore, but I just want to get this dry.
Okay.
Okay, and these were, what was it, $1 for the 2-pack?
Yeah, I think so.
Tips on removing broken glass from a window pane. I like to use a sheet and a hammer, and then pliers to get any of the glass that gets stuck and just doesn't want to come out, any stubborn glass. But a hammer,
you can also tape it and then
you can also
hammer
tape it and then hammer it, but I'm lazy, so I just hammer it on a sheet. And the reason for the sheet is it kind of collects all the glass, and then you can just put it into the trash can.
All right, I'm back behind the camera here getting the heat gun set up.
Okay, how much for the rooster? It'll probably be like $20 by the time it's all finished.
It's one of our bigger roosters as of late.
Yeah, it's pretty big. The smaller ones usually go for like $12.95, but once it's painted white waxed, it'll be $19.95 easily.
Can you plug this into the corner over there?
Nope, because that will make the camera in the back not work good.
Why?
Caitlin will.
It'll work
You have
fine.
to put it over there. You can't just go around that way.
Oh,
That's
I
our
can get over
security
to that?
camera is plugged into that. You can't. It blows the breaker.
It only blows the breaker when you plug the compressor into it.
No.
That one was never plugged into, I can promise you.
All right.
Here, just plug it in, it'll work.
All right,
I'll do
Caitlin. Do you see what he's doing right now, Caitlin?
If it blows it, I know where the breaker's at.
Against my better judgment.
It won't blow it.
Zeb, do not mess with that outlet. Caitlin.
It's not that
In
outlet.
case you were wondering who really wears the pants in this relationship, it's more like a trio, and her name is Caitlin.
For the record,
keeps us in line.
if that outlet goes out, all the lights in this room would probably go too.
Oh, Julie says we are not lazy. I know, we're pretty industrious. Although I did spend about an hour in bed watching TV today, but it's Saturday, right? Like,
Here, that camera's so far away after I'm able to get by.
and then I did get up and I made you dinner.
Yeah, you
I said he
did.
was hungry.
It was delicious.
You missed us showing the actual thrifting. Guess what? Monday, you can see me thrifting all of these items, and I talk a lot about how I thrift, what I find. So the video is coming. Don't you worry.
Yep, we have a thrift with me video coming out.
So make sure you guys have hit subscribe to notifications so you don't miss the thrifting video. And I show you one of my favorite honey holes that is not a DI. All right, we're gonna let that dry. Blue Cotton by Cami says, yay! See, I knew you needed it, so that's why I did it. Okay, just wondering about the chicken that needed batteries. Did we ever? No.
It was a no-go. The batteries just it didn't make it.
Did you put batteries in it?
I tried, and I needed. It looks like it had been in like a bathtub for a year. Like it was super corroded. All the inner workings.
I'm gonna paint another one black just because I already have the black out, and then I'll paint this one a different color. Am I planning to visit the UK? Possibly in 2021. I know that's a long ways off, but
it's not that far off. It's like a year away.
But I don't know that I'm teaching classes. I think I'm just going to visit your lovely country. We'll see. You never know. The problem is I've got these cute 5 kids, and so I can't be gone as much. Alright, did Zeb make Lauren's name tag yet? No. No, he didn't. But he will.
Sorry, Lauren.
Sorry, Lauren. She knows you love her. She was working today. I offered to buy Lauren some In-N-Out today, and she didn't take it. Okay. Kaylin says she should go too, to the UK. Sure, take Jacob. Go visit. It'll be fun.
Well, that's where Grandma Doreen's from.
Yep. Kaylin is quite a bit English. You must see Dublin. I flew over Dublin. Actually, yeah, we flew over Ireland, didn't we? We looked out the window.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It's a beautiful green fields. I'm making a face because I'm trying to like paint and not make a mess.
Alright.
Does anybody else make a funny face when they paint? Because
the focus face.
The focus face, is that what that is?
Yep. Okay, I'm going on with second coat here. Now the second coat, since that's so fresh with the DIY paint, especially on
Caitlin
something.
wants a name tag too. That's why she's asking.
Oh. I'm kind of under the wire since I'm working with contractors right now at the house, so I have been spending like 10, 12 hours a day there, and I haven't.
Don't worry, I'm not getting any
stuff.
special privileges either. Like I had to shoot my own video and go thrifting by myself, and I even repaired a chair today. Going back to my roots, because Deb used to work like 60 hours a week, and I had to figure out how to do all my own stuff.
You're doing great.
I've gotten really spoiled.
After this, we're just trying to beat the snow. We got some snow coming, and I've got some things that need to happen, or we'll be till March before we can build again on the outside.
You told me today that I might not be able to move in till March.
It depends on if the city will give us occupancy and let us do like the trim work as we go.
Oh, I'm sure they will. The city has been great to work with. Lehigh City is, at least to us, I don't know about.
No, I think they're pretty easygoing as far as like building and things. I mean, we came in with
as long as you're doing things properly, they're not like stinkers.
We came in with a pretty good plan and a structural engineer and an architect, and they looked at it and had our permits back to us in a week on the addition and a week on the old part of the house. And it only took them a day to approve the plans for.
And they got out there Johnny on the spot when our contractor hit the water.
Oh yeah, they were putting in the water main, and they hit the meter a little bit with the tractor.
Just a little nick.
And it just had a pressure fitting on there. It wasn't. It was a plastic pressure fitting on the water main, and it ran a lot of water out into the ditch that we had dug.
Can I use a wax on a child's art table to help the markers not bleed into the unfinished wood? Would that help clean it up? I would not use a wax. I would use a liquid top coat like Big Top or Sweet Pickins top coat and do multiple coats, because markers, those boogers are tricky.
Yeah.
They like to sneak into all different kinds of things. Debbie says, just don't hire a tour guide. We're good. We'll use the Google.
This is someone we've used before for other projects, and he's great.
So Jamie, Deb says, do we have In-N-Out in Utah? We have them all over Utah, and the In-N-Out we go to is like less than 10 minutes from here, and Zeb doesn't love it, but I do.
I don't hate it. I don't like their buns, and I'm a big fan of bread.
Says PJ McCarthy says, I really like to hear you guys talking and making things together. How many coats of top coat should I use on cupboards? I would say probably 3.
Treat it like a table. You can't go wrong with more coats.
Well, you can if it's oil based.
Yeah,
Make sure it's water based.
It'll yellow if it's oil based.
All right, question for Zeb. I need to repair the foot on a hall tree bench that is stripped. Can I fill the hole with Bondo, then screw in the foot? Will it be strong for a hold?
So it's got a hole on it, or it's cracked?
It's a foot that's stripped. Couldn't you just put a piece of wood in there with glue and then cut it flush? Wouldn't that be better?
Oh, so it's a screw-on type foot. Yeah, I would put a dowel in your hole, and if your hole is too small for a dowel, drill it out to fit the dowel.
Or use toothpicks.
Glue that in with, I would use a dowel.
Okay.
Toothpicks will work in some cases, but for something that needs to be structural, glue it in with wood glue. I like Type Bond 2. It's really, really strong. And then once that's dried and cured, I give it 24 hours to dry and cure. Then you can drill a new hole for the screw to go into, and should be good as new and never have any issues ever. Unless someone huge sits on it that shouldn't be. Okay, so.
Well, they say awesome can be purchased at the Dollar Tree and it helps degrease stuff, so I'll have to check that out.
Alright, so that guy there is painted, and I need to heat gun these so that we can stencil on them. Stencil or stamp? What are we doing?
I was thinking the white stamps. So they asked how we get the paint to stick on that. So after we wet distress it, we just use clear and white wax. And it takes 30 days to cure completely. So you don't want to be like rough with it, but
hit some paint, it had like something greasy on it or something.
Once that clay paint dries, the DIY paint dries, it's not coming off. And the wax will cure. Now you can't like put it in the dishwasher or anything, but it will stick well enough for home decor. Because just think of it like you're putting clay over ceramics. Like the clay paint just hardens and you wax it, and once that's cured, you're good to go.
What stencils are you wanting on those? Do you know?
Jami Ray Vintage is not an antique store, Caitlin says. We do have some unaltered antiques in here, but this is more like, when I call it Jami Ray Vintage because to me, it's anything that I've created or decorated with then becomes Jami Ray Vintage. We do have vintage items and antiques in here, but a lot of them have been painted or recreated. What?
Should I do something Christmassy or like something kind of neutral on there?
You could do Christmassy if you wanted to, but you know what would be cute? Let's do some sayings on there with the little IOD lowercase letters, like joy to the world.
Oh, you're gonna make me work for it.
Yeah. Recreation is boring. I don't know. I think they're talking about something else. All right, let's see. I am brushing on top coat on cupboard. Should I sand between the coats? Technically yes, but I never do. I don't brush it with a regular brush though. I usually will use a foam Wooster. Wooster is the brand. I'll use a foam brush so I don't get brush strokes, or a dense foam roller. I'm just painting this candlestick black too because I already have black on my brush.
Alright, I'm gonna bring the camera down.
I'll try to use that little brush on here to paint this apothecary.
We'll use this side of the mat. And
do we have any red rolling pins? I don't think we do. Do we have any red paint over there? I would go get it, but I'm stuck here.
You're back in the corner over
I'm back in the corner and I can't get out.
You're landlocked.
I always like one red rolling pin. I don't know why.
What are you thinking, marquee?
Yeah, whatever, marquee or carnival red is fine. All right, so I got this. Look how cute that is. All right. I also need a water bottle, but I don't know if there's any more over there.
I'm not seeing any. I mean, we've got this carnival red that's. I think if anybody can shop at DI. You don't have to be Mormon. There's all kinds of people. In fact, you'll see a few of them in my video. I tried to not get their faces, but it's kind of fun. And they do have them in other states. Arizona. They're on the west. There's a few in California,
Vegas,
I think.
maybe? Yeah, California. All right, I need another little brush. I don't. Is there another little one over there?
Here, that
I'll
one
use
will
the
work.
flat top. I don't think we carry these anymore.
What?
Well, I think she went to just one size of flat top.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
What do you want it to say?
Can you make one that says "Joy to the World"?
That's a lot.
I know. Do you
I
got the
don't.
white
I actually don't think that will fit on here.
in the lowercase? No.
No. You got like one word.
You can make "Joy to the World."
Maybe
Caitlin.
2 words.
How about "Joy" or "Noel" or what else should we make?
Those
it
are
say?
your go-tos.
How do you get Big Top to not smear after you stencil decor? I've been using spray polyacrylic, but want to use Big Top. So you do a real thin coat and you go fast and you don't push hard. You also need to wait so that way it's like more than 24 hours, so that way it's hardened a little bit, because Big Top is a liquid and it kind of reactivates the paint. Or you can put it in a spray gun and you can spray it on. So that is an option. And somebody else on the DIY paint page with the retailers was telling us how they do it, and I can't remember what they said. But that's what I've done in the past.
Okay, so I got my stamp down there how I want. I'm just gonna pick it up.
This is not as good as, just so you know, the flat top is not as effective as the little Frenchie.
I forgot to get my brayer. I'll be right back. It's over here.
Oh, I was just gonna use white ink, sweetie. It'd be a lot faster.
Okay.
You can use paint and roll it onto your stamp with a brayer. We've done that in the past. Or you can just use white ink. I need to get that paint down in there. Oh, this color of red is Carnival Red. So it's more like a true bright red. And then Marquee is another red by DIY, and that's more. Zeb and I disagree. I feel like Marquee is a blue red.
I think it's an orange red.
He thinks it's an orange red, so.
Okay, so got my stamp pad, got white ink on it here. So the stamps and the stamp pad with the ink is all from IOD.
Oh, make one that says peace. I like that.
Okay, I'll try to fit that on.
You know, it'd be so cute to do peace and then put a little bird underneath it.
Yeah.
So the IOD.
Oh, I told you guys I was gonna bring you in close.
Sorry. The IOD ink and the ink pad, everything can be picked up at JamiRayVintage.com. If you're from Utah, you can head to the store. We carry all these supplies here. And I would venture to say that probably 50 to 70% of our sales are product, because there's a lot of DIYers here. You can also pick them up at Plant Bar AZ in Anthem, Arizona.
Sorry, we did a lot of flying there.
Yeah.
All right, for the reveal.
Okay, Pam Clayton. Oh, look, that's cute. We need to put a little like wreath or something underneath that, so we need to find another stamp to put something cute.
Okay, I can go.
Pam Clayton agrees with me that Marquee is a blue-red.
Suit yourself.
You could maybe get peace on earth, but I don't think so.
I'm gonna just do peace.
Okay. We'll do peace and then we'll stamp a little bird underneath it. So this is the typesetting stamp from IOD that he's using, and it's one of the most versatile stamps. You can also we have JRB stencils and we have letters that you can pick up from that. And both the typesetting and the JRB stencils, those are some of the most versatile, because you can do any holiday. Just make it say what you want. When using ink, do you have to buy a new ink pad for every color? Yes. Or you can be like us and mix the colors, but then it no longer is either color.
Yeah, then it's the
Then
mixed
it's
color.
the mixed of the two.
Oh man, this is going to not fit, I think. Maybe I'll let it go over a little bit.
All right, see how cute that is. I love a red handle, because in my display I already have apothecary and aviary. So I've got like blues and greens, and I'll put the black, and then I'll put this red in there, and it'll be good. I actually want to paint one white too. I think we have one over there.
So we're short.
What? Oh, that's not gonna work.
Hold on. What about something like that, and I'll put the E down here.
Caitlin says guys are more prone to be colorblind, so maybe it's just.
I have excellent color perception, for the record, Caitlin, just so you know.
He also has better pitch than I do. I can't sing to save my life. All right.
What about an E down here? You think that's weird?
Yes.
You can't squeeze them in. It's not happening.
Okay.
But maybe we could do something like this. No. It's a 3-letter situation.
Noel.
The L probably would fit.
No, Noel, yeah. N-O-E-L.
That's 4 letters. I told you 3.
Oh. Well, peace was 5 letters and only 4 of the 5 fit, so you don't think Noel would work?
We'll see.
You already have an O.
I think it will because the L will go on there well.
Alright.
Hang on, I'm putting these letters back.
Okay. I'm gonna go get something else to put on there.
What'd you go with my O? Oh, my O.
They said turn the board. No, I don't want to turn the board because I want to hang them up with this part up here. And I may actually put some cute ribbon. I've got some red and like taupe, not taupe, but like burlap colored ribbon that I'm going to make a bow on the top. These would be cute.
All right. Okay, so picking it up with the mount. My mount needs washed. Okay, give her a little flip.
It's a girl, huh? Oh, I was gonna go get you another stamp, but I can't get out, so.
It's okay. Did you get all those handles painted? Oh, you went with 2 black handles, huh?
I want to do a white one, but I'll do it later.
All right.
Cute. All right, so can you go find, since I'm stuck in here, the
I'm gonna find a wreath and a little bird.
A wreath and a bird. Okay. I'm gonna be answering comments while Zeb looks up the wreath and the bird, and see what we've got on here. So I'm gonna show you guys. These are the rolling pins I did so far, and these I buy them for $1 to $2, and they sell for $10.95. All that has to be done to them at this point is I just wet distress them, and then I seal them with butcher block oil. So these are fun, and they're something that we hand make. We try really hard not to like wholesale anything. We try to make or recreate everything that's in the shop, and not a lot mass produced. And the reason for that is because we can pick it up at these thrift stores that we shop at, and I can buy a whole cart of stuff in under an hour. So I really can get a lot of found items, and then it's always unique. So people know that if they come to our store every week, even every other day, there's always going to be something new that they can find. So that's kind of what brings people into our shop. I will probably eventually bring in some wholesale goods that kind of jive with my style, but I always want it to be a good mix, so it's not like walking into an aisle of Hobby Lobby. You know, just got to mix them up and design it together. All right, I'm losing my voice. You think you're winning? What can you do for a dining table that when you put something hot on it, it sticks? Ooh, it's probably the paint that was used. Clean it really good with a degreaser and then put a good liquid top coat on it.
Sounds like it might be latex.
Yeah.
Acrylic.
Put a good liquid top coat on it. Let it cure really hard, and hopefully that helps. Sometimes those tables never unstick. Sometimes it's just what it was painted with. Do you seal the painted handles? Yes, we use butcher block oil. And we also seal, we'll clean these up on the middle and sand them, and we'll put butcher block oil on the whole thing. You can pick up butcher block oil at IKEA, at your grocery store, kitchen supply store, pretty much anywhere.
Home Depot.
Let's see. Les says, hey Jamie, can you say hello to me tonight? I had a bad day thrifting. Hi Les. Les has been around for quite a while. She's been watching our channel. She's the good one. All right, what did you find it?
Does bird work?
Well, it might be
It's
too
the only
big.
bird I found.
Aren't there lots of birds on that stamp set? No?
There's 2, and this one's the smaller of the 2.
Oh, that's not the new set?
I don't know where that one's at. It might be washed.
No, that's cute. Kind of
That'll
do it
work.
off to the side maybe, or
Yeah, I think it'll work.
or you're gonna center it. Actually, you know what? You did
You like
this.
it better on the Noel
Yeah,
one?
well, because
Well,
this
the
one
Joy
is,
has low hanging.
yeah,
birds.
so this fits better here. So we'll do Noel with a bird, and then let's do the little.
What about this one?
So this is, which set is this from?
Birds, Branches, and Blossoms.
Birds, Branches, and Blossoms is where this set is from, and this is the wreath builder.
Yep.
Not the rose ones. There's one with the berries on it.
Okay.
So we're also using the wreath builder because it's got like holly berries and leaves. It's kind of Christmassy. All right. Jamie is looking great. Very proud of my exercise.
Do you want it?
Thanks, guys. Although this week I missed 2 days.
Do you want it going like that, and then I can do another one up top here?
Oh yeah, that'd be cute. I like that.
There
Okay.
goes the clock.
Make him a red bird. We could do a red one, but we'd have to go get the red ink, or we'd have to spray it on. I think it would look weird with paint. So here's the difference between paint and ink. When you're using ink, you're gonna get more detail. Paint, it's gonna lose some of the detail. So you can use these stamps with the DIY paint and then you just roll it on with a brayer, or you can use an ink pad. And we actually do have a red ink that we have not opened up yet. And I don't think that red on this black would show up very well. So we're gonna just stick with our black and white theme, but I promise to do a project soon using the colored inks. I'm trying to come up with something good yet. I know Debbie's got a video coming up that's gonna be good. I can't tell you anymore, but there are some colored inks in it.
I went over where the handle was, so it'll be a little bit of a void
What
there,
do we use to apply butcher block oil? Usually a mismatched sock.
Or old rag.
Or an old lint-free rag. Oh, that's cute. Look how cute this is. So picture, but this will have some color because I'm gonna tie some red ribbon and I'll like do kind of like a library tag style and then a bow on this. Look how cute that is. Hanging that up on a wall. And this was 50 cents and I'll sell it for probably $9.95.
You want off-centered or centered?
Maybe off-centered. Because I was thinking we might add a little bit of wreath on this side and then around the top. So off-center the bird.
Should I do the back hanging off?
Nope, I like it that way, the way you had it first.
Alright, and you want more wreath around it?
Well, I was thinking wreath like here, off this
Just
side.
a little hanging off.
Yeah. Please explain library style tags. So you take the ribbon and you fold it in half, and then you put it through here, and then you pull it through, like on a, well, I guess not library style, a bookmark. You know how they have the ribbon on the end of a bookmark? Tied the same way. Cute. All right, and then a little bit right there.
Okay.
Do you think the stamp pad is easier than the brayer? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the stamp pad, if you
Oh,
want
yeah.
really nice, crisp designs with your stamps, use the stamp pad and ink. And it transfers pretty much 100% over how the stamp looks, as long as you don't get it too wet.
If you can't afford all the inks and the ink pads, it's less expensive to use paint because you already have that on hand, so that's a good option. But if you can afford it, the stamp pads and the ink make it a lot faster. Look how cute that is. I love those.
Okay.
All right, so I will go ahead and paint the backs of these because they're a hot mess. Give a little quick distress, and then these will get clear wax and be done.
Alright, I'm gonna heat gun this real fast. We'll wet distress it really quick, and then I'll go show you the white and the black rooster with
You
the
know what that makes me
apothecary
wonder? Will you
rooster.
grab me the cutting board from last week's live while I have the black paint out? I'll go ahead and do that.
I would scrub this one first.
Oh, is it
Like
greasy?
really good.
It's greasy.
A little.
This is from last week, so it's kind of cheating, but it's one of the few projects I haven't gotten to. It was funny because today I walked into the studio and I was like, ooh, it's so clean, we only have a few projects left, and then I brought this all in.
Every week we bring more stuff and it gets messy again.
All right. Is the ink better for pillow covers? No, either ink or DIY paint is fine. Just let it sit for 24 hours and then heat press it. I'll be doing some pillow covers soon too because I haven't done my decorating at my house, and I always use either stencils or IOD stamps for my decorating. All right. Can you heat gun that? All right, I'm just using like a...
So just a disinfectant
Yeah,
wipe.
just a disinfectant wipe because that was really greasy. I've been in the kitchen.
Alright, let me see.
Oh, we could probably do peace on this. Oops. On this one.
That one might be big enough, but I don't know that we'll have time. We've been going for
It's 9:39.
68 minutes.
Well, we gotta get it finished anyways.
Alright. Where'd you go with those wipes? You set them way over there.
There you go, sweetie. Is nobody answering the questions? I don't know, Stacy, I'm painting.
We don't see all of them. They scroll through really fast on our end here.
Stacy, is the IOD paint, alcohol paint, the IOD ink? The ink, is it? I don't know. Do you think it's made with alcohol, Zip?
I would have to ask
We'd have
the
to
sisters
ask.
on that.
If you email customercare@jamirayvintage.com, we can find out for you. Because I don't know. It's not a paint, it's an ink, and I don't know if it's got alcohol in it or not. Alright. Aw, thank you. Megan Larson Music says, you guys are so cute and sweet. I love how well you work together. It's a beautiful thing. Thanks for being you. We appreciate that. We actually do. I was actually kind of excited to come here because Zeb was at the farmhouse all day and I was running kids to birthday parties, and Odelia did a special needs cheering for special needs volleyball, and so I took her to that, and I don't remember, I had Eliza had a play date, so we just didn't spend a lot of time together, so I was excited to come and get to craft. Because when we do this, I do have my phone up because I'm answering comments, but we're kind of away from our phones. Zeb's not playing video games.
You know what?
We get to just enjoy each other.
The whole video game thing. When is the last time you saw me sit down and play a video game?
No, I'm talking about on your phone.
Oh, I don't play video games much on my phone.
Clash Royale. That's when we're laying in bed and we watch TV, and I'm like browsing Instagram and Pinterest. And
so here's what happens. We pick a show, and I'm like, oh, another baking show?
Another cooking show?
I check out.
Yeah. But then when we get to create together, it's just kind of something fun that we get to do. And we don't really do this kind of crafting, except for on Saturday Night Lives. Usually we're going a million different directions.
Every now and then we'll get everything, we'll be like, wow, we bought way too much stuff, we got to finish it all right now. And we'll do it all in one swoop.
That is true. All right.
But usually that happens more in the summer. Now that it's getting cold outside,
well,
that
now
happens less.
That we have the store, the sweet girls that work here, every day they ask me, what can I paint? Because they've really started to enjoy painting, and they have been awesome at getting projects knocked out. Like, they do really good at that. How do you clean the ink from the stamps? Good question, Sandra. We just use a IKEA brush and some dish soap. You can even use Windex. Just scrub it all up, and it'll come right off.
You know, if I had to say, I would guess it's not alcohol-based because it comes off the stamps when you wash them with soap and water pretty easily, and alcohol usually intones more of like a permanent type ink.
Can you wash the covers after you painted them? If you heat set the ink or the paint, you can totally wash your covers. Just wash them on cold and don't put them in the dryer.
We have a video on stamping fabric or painting fabric on how to, and heat setting is in that video. So if you search Jami Ray Vintage painted fabric, you can find the video on how to heat set.
Can you use that cutting board as a chalkboard? Yes. If you didn't seal this, you could totally let that paint dry for like 48 hours, then use a piece of chalk to, what's that called, season it, and then you can use it. All of my chalkboards are done with little black dress. Okay, there is an alcohol ink. They do make them, but I don't believe that the IOD inks are alcohol-based.
Yeah, if I had, I mean, don't quote me on it, but if I had to guess, the IOD inks that we use are not alcohol-based.
Will there be another farmhouse video soon? We have
I've been filming all week.
Two farmhouse videos last week, and there'll be another video next week. So you're gonna get farmhouse videos mixed in with shop videos and thrifting videos and decor videos from now until whenever it gets done. And even after it gets done, there's gonna be more projects.
There's a lot of stuff we gotta do on it to get it just how we want it. But something cool about the farmhouse videos is I have them numbered in a playlist. So if you find the farmhouse renovation playlist, there's 24 videos in there now, and you can watch them in chronological order, how we're going through and building stuff and demo and everything like that. So I'm trying really carefully not to mix it in with the other videos in the playlist. So the videos are just specifically farmhouse videos when they come out.
I want to show them what this looks like with white wax. Would you go grab that real quick and some clear wax?
Hold on, we gotta show.
Because I feel like the white and the clear wax is really where the magic happens. We're way over our normal hour, but it's okay.
Well, we've been going over because the picks have been so big because we've got to fill the shop up.
When you sell a chalkboard, why don't you supply a piece of chalk? That would be a good idea. I usually don't sell them as chalkboards. I usually stamp them, but that would be cute to kind of tie up a piece of chalk and include that with that. is the rooster for sale. This rooster will probably be $19.95 when it's all finished. We shipped a giant rooster. I don't even know where that thing went.
That big one that we did with the cast iron feet.
Yes, you can wash your cushion covers once they're painted as long as you heat seal them, or heat set, that's the word. So use an iron after 24 hours and heat set it, and then you're going to wash it on cold and let it dry without going to dry.
Alright, hit that guy with some wax. I'm going to go get the black and the white one so they can see all three colors together.
Alright guys, so I'm just using white wax. I'll show you here. And what the white wax does is it just kind of brings out the details. And then eventually I'll seal it with a clear wax too. My wax brush, can you tell that I don't really wash this very often? You can wash them, I just don't. I have one that for white, one for clear, and one for black and dark, so then I don't really have to wash them. I'm just gonna white wax this one side, so that way you guys can see the difference. All right, Deb, is there a rag over there? I just want to buff this off a little bit.
There's one that's
right there. There's like a pile of them over there. All right, we'll show you. So in our shop, this kind of gives you an idea of the color schemes that we use. We'll have this black, white, and apothecary one together. So I'm just going to take a rag and pull the wax off a little bit so it just sticks down in the details.
So this one was colorful like that one there was, and so was this one actually.
Yeah.
And this one was all red, and we painted it black, and some of that's coming through.
So here it is with the, oh sorry, so this is with the white wax, and this is without white wax. So this kind of shows you the two, and these will be staged all together.
These ones are carved wood, that one's porcelain.
Yeah, this is ceramic.
Or ceramic, there you go.
So there you go. All right, guys, I think we're gonna stamp this off camera later, because I'm starting to lose my voice. I should always have water. All right, be sure to hit up JamiRayVintage.com for the paint and products that we used today. We used Little Black Dress, Carnival Red, and Apothecary White Wax, Clear Wax, IOD stamps, ink, and stamp pad, as well as our paint pixie brushes that everybody loves.
You set that rooster way over there.
Oh, sorry.
Let's get him in the shop. Show
Let's
him
get him
all
in
the
the shop.
projects.
And be sure if you
Get
like
your
this
rolling
video
pins.
to share. They're still a little wet. Share it with your friends. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Love you guys. Good night. Thanks for watching.
Catch you later.